This is a book review of the epic collection, The Amazing Spider-Man. This is volume 3, 1966 to 1967. Came out in 2018 from Marvel Comics, and it's John Romita and Stan Lee, and includes The Amazing Spider-Man 39 to 52, annuals 3 and 4, and not Brand X. So John Romita's work starts with the classic Green Goblin, which the story of Green Goblin continued on for many, many years, and I'm certain continues on. What else happens? You got the Rhino, you got the Craven, Lizard, Kingpin. So you've got some classics in this, and Kingpin, of course, also continued on, but it got more in other stories like Daredevil, and obviously a successful TV series, Netflix, I should say. So, classic Green Goblin initially, and the artwork is brilliant. The restoration is superb throughout this. You could not say. Great story. I love the covers. They got all the covers as well here, of course. And the end of the Green Goblin. Why not just give it away? Of course, it wasn't the end of the Green Goblin. So you got Aunt May, always Aunt May, good old Aunt May. Horns of the Rhino. So they introduced the Rhino. Did they ever bring out elephant or giraffe or antelope? There must be loads of other ones they can wheel out. Ant. Oh no, they've got Ant-Man, haven't they? So you can't do that one. I never know why people can't share the name. Obviously, you could have the Ant. Why not? Just to confuse. Ant guy. So you got Rhino smashing place up. Now he went on to bigger things as well. Battling the Hulk, etc. Must have been very hot in that suit. However, Gwen Stacy, brilliant. You got that sort of romance start. Just great stories. And you got the birth of, and of course there's also poor Mary Jane. She's been waiting. Of course, she was a character that became immensely popular. Birth of a superhero, brilliant story there. You got obviously his son, Jonah Jameson's son, JJJ. I'm going to have to abbreviate that just to JJJ. But great stories there. Rhino on the Rampage again. I love his camera. Never put two and two together, old JJ. For all he's been great amount, obviously being the editor and all the reporters, no one ever thought, it's very strange that. The Amazing Spider-Man, this is a brilliant one, king size one, issue 3. You've got to become an Avenger. Of course, he did become Avenger eventually. So, but you've got this great story here with the Hulk, of course. And where crawls the lizard? The lizard comes back, obviously it was a lot earlier, and there's always been trouble for him. He's always got, suddenly you start seeing his arm change. Must have been pretty worrying. You got the lizard story, House of Reptiles. Then the Shocker. Now the Shocker's a great character as well. I think he's just basically a guy that's got these powerful, shocking talk, and it's pretty decent. Now, he probably could have made more money just by developing that technology and making a fortune. But no, I am going to use it to rob things. Why? You've got this device that's like a melter. I've got this thing that melts things, melts metal very easily. What else shall I do? I'll go become a thief. No! Market the thing. You make billions. God. Just baffling. Anyway. But there wouldn't be any stories, would there? So you would Craven the Hunter, like old Craven. Yeah, this guy could be on TV. He would make a million, but he goes around beating people up all the time. He has got a temper as well. But this is a great story. Lovely action all the way through. There's lots of across the scenes. Love always steel girders. How many of these buildings were being put up just so they could have battles on them? And he's always getting bopped. Prizes, Craven, and yet you got the Vulture, of course, you got a different Vulture, a younger Vulture. Craven again. Craven's a great character. Spider-Man No More. And of course, you got Kingpin. Now the Kingpin, of course, brilliant character. Love King. They're very different from the Fisk that we've ended up with on. I must admit, I loved the Daredevil, the Netflix. The season 1, season 2, and season 3. I thought they were just brilliant. Absolute classics. I wasn't too a big fan of Kingpin initially, but I must admit these are great comics, of course, and he's unstoppable. But basically, more powerful than virtually the Hulk in some of these scenes. He's real, obviously, super strong guy. And then you got this one. I think this is the annual. Got the human the king size special. Not a single reprint. The web and the flame, and you got some. I'm not going to spoil it. Guest villains at the bottom, and you got some brilliant, good old pin-ups going. I love that they always include pin-ups. Say hello to Spidey's favourite foes, the lovable Lizard, the new Vulture, ever-loving Electro, the darling Doc Ock. They love those names. I'm certain they were so fond of those names. A visit to Petey's pad. And then you got, finishing off, you got a Not Brand Eck, which is basically the filler. But the fillers are very limited in this one. It's decent selection. You got How Green Was My Goblin, original art. Always pretty good. You got some other original pages. Also, you got some unused pencil work by Romita. So you got some beautiful pencil work. I love pencil work. Love pencil work as much as having the ink pages. Pencil work, I wish they would include more. But obviously, maybe they didn't always photostat things. You got Mary Jane, 1966. And you got Spider-Man No More again. Some more great covers. Oh, featuring John Romita's unrevised artwork, no less. But anyway, still absolutely brilliant epic collection. This is volume 3. Definitely worth checking out. Amazing Spider-Man. Brilliant stories.